Okay, so now we need to take a look at what the war actually looked like in Germany, the end of it. What actually happened there? Because so much happened there. Okay, so much happened there. So, all alongside everything happening with the Nuremberg trials and all of that, that's happening on one side, but now we actually have physical Germany and what's happening with the others. If you recall, um, back at, well, 1940, 1941, near the beginning of the war, Russia switched sides, right? So Stalin was, and the Russians were on our side. We're on the Allied forces, okay? And you remember that people were really uneasy about it, right? World leaders were uneasy about that. They knew that they needed Russia to win, but they also were worried that something could happen, right? Especially at the end of the war, they were worried about the Western countries and the democratic countries. So the West, that's us. No longer will you'll kind of see the word change from Allied forces to the West. And in comparison to what was going to happen in the East, in the Eastern Bloc of countries that are under communist rule. Okay. So, what did the end of the war look like in Germany? Well, I've got here, you're going to follow this timeline through. Okay. So, you're going to take a look at end of the war, 1945, when all that's done. We're going to take a look at Germany being divided up right away into four temporary occupation zones. Okay, meaning that Americans, okay, the French, the British, okay, we were still under with the Brits, so that's where we were. But anyway, all right, where we were all located, okay, within Germany. Okay, now within the country of Germany, so the country is divided into four, and also the city of Berlin itself, okay, is divided into four sectors as well. So read that carefully. The country is divided, and then the city within it is divided as well. Okay, so all of these different allied forces, but including the Russians, all have their own zones. Okay, now I just want you to go through, when you get to this slide, you're just going to be reading a little bit about, of course, the West versus the East, okay, and what started happening. All right. And then I want you, by the time you get all the way through this, you're going to be seeing what actually happened in the city of Berlin and in Germany, between which countries were in control of what areas and what was happening in them. So basically, the Western countries, what was happening there, and the help that the people were receiving of Germany, and in comparison to the East, right? And keep in mind, Russia is upset with Germany, right? Because they were invaded. Okay. And also, they also do not have the same political beliefs as all of the Western allied countries, right? So this is, you can see, you're going to see some tension starting here and what happens. Once you get through that, okay, then I've got basically you can take a bit of a closer look as to what was happening right after that. Okay, and you may have some questions after this. Ms. Elliott's a history buff, so don't worry. She can probably give you a little bit of extra info too if you're feeling like you're not understanding. Okay, once you get through that, you can start your quiz. Okay. And then we have a discussion post, and our supply teacher and Ms. Elliott are going to go through those questions with you, just so that way you understand what you're posting about. Okay. So, and then that's it for the day. All right. You guys have done a great job. So, again, here's your checklist at the end. If you've done a portfolio upload in the morning, a quiz, and a discussion post, you have gotten through everything for today. If you do that, make sure you're going back and finishing any other missed work that you need. Okay, guys, thank you so much for being so good today, and I'll see you in a week.